because you shouldn't have someone that's not fit for duty on the police or on the fire department. And I totally agree with that. I really do. But there's something about that culture of machoism and that warrior thing that is very difficult to overcome. And that's why a lot of police suicides now, I believe the latest statistic is, I think there were like 50 officers this year that were shot and killed, and there's like 49 that were committed suicide. So we're almost 50-50 about from suicide to murder. So there's a real big problem. And I understand they're trying to redirect it. They're trying to fix it. But you can't ask a cop to be strong and just run towards all the bullets when everybody's running away, but then not, be affected by those things that they see.
Wow. That's a powerful message right there. It's a powerful message. I want to ask, do you think there should be more trauma resources within law enforcement instead of them brushing it under the table, but to actively maybe a weekly or bi-weekly or monthly intervention to help the officers? I mean, especially, I could only imagine PTSD is common within the police force.
Yeah, it's not talked about. Well, at least I'm all the things that I'm saying are going to be in my time, because of the decisions I made and because I was in prison. I can't get any of my ex-friends or working coworkers to even talk to me, because now I'm shunned and I'm considered a scumbag because of the crime I committed. And that's another thing that it's the police work is judgment. It's us versus them, the cops versus everybody else. And I'm hoping that someday I can really influence that decision-making process on them. But yes, there needs to be, I was in narcotics for 16 years. I think that was too much. I think that every 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, that there should be a fit for duty test, a mental evaluation. The problem becomes if the officer is going to tell the truth or not. I've known a lot of men that have police officers that have shot people in the line of duty. They were really never the same after that, because I knew who they were before, and they went to fitness of duty tests and they just lied to the psychologist. Oh yeah, I'm fine. This and this and this, but no, I'm doing okay. And without further deeper testing, that person's going to go right back to duty. And so I do believe there should be a fit for duty testing for people in long-term assignments. I don't think anybody should be in an assignment for over 5 years, even though back when I was doing it, I wanted to do it my whole career. And I do think that there are resources out there right now. The problem that I see in it currently is that no matter what you say to the psychologist gets reported to your chief. So in other words, nothing's confidential. And that's why in my case, I believe that the church needs to play a bigger role. If I could have went to the church and spoke to a pastor or a counselor there that was experienced in trauma, I believe that I probably could have prevented all this stuff from happening by understanding who God is and who he sees me as. But the churches right now are failing us in that respect, not cops and firemen, but I believe the whole congregation. I haven't really heard a lot of pastors promoting mental well-being as they probably should. But that's what needs to happen. There needs to be another way that an officer can go off-site to a psychologist and unburden themselves with what they're feeling without being judged by their department.
Now, I don't want to go into too much of the, indiscretions of the police department, but only because I see that, the fact that you don't have these relationships with people anymore, or former coworkers, I can see it kind of still, you feel a way about it, especially since you at this point have really turned around and, probably are better people than they are, to be quite frank, but they won't give you that chance. So to me, that would, just kind of grind my gears, because I hate